Hi, I'm John. I was in the Army for like 8.5 years, something like that. Yeah, 8.5 years. I started as a medic and did that for about 3 years, and then I changed my job, or rather added another job on top of the one I had of being a scout. So having done that for so many years, I didn't realize that my identity was not simply what I do for a job or a hobby. What a foundational mistake I was making and doing a disservice to myself, and through doing a disservice to myself, highly diluting whatever I can actually do for others, because there's no real knowledge of who I am. So on May 28th in 2010, Memorial Day, we were lead vehicle and we ran over 300 pounds of homemade explosive. Broke the truck in several pieces, sent us careening down a cliff. Only by a miracle of God did we not end up in the water. They put me in a medical coma so that they could bring me from Bagram out to Germany. And then Germany, they still had to wait and do some more stabilization. Then brought me out to, what's that hospital in DC area? Walter Reed, yeah. I don't even remember Walter Reed. I was still kind of in this waking coma state, but that's where my parents were told, yeah, this is as good as you are going to see him. So in addition to the brain injury, because my feet were shattered from here down to my feet were pretty mangled as well. Every bone was just shattered. As the bones started coming together, they kind of came together, but the joints that lacked the movement, and so I requested amputation. But during that time, one lady said, "Why do you think God did this to you?" And I thought, this is like a fill-in-the-blank question. You must be looking for some very specific answer that I have no idea what that answer is. I mean, previously I'd been raised up going to church. After that lady posed that question, I decided to read the Word. And through reading the Word, I discovered that what Satan had meant for evil, God had used for good. And is using. It's still present tense. It's not like I'm dead. So returning to where my identity was as a soldier, as a medic, as a whatever it is that's not an actual individual, that has nothing to do with God. While looking into the Word, into God's Word, I read in Paul's second letter to Corinth, that we don't wage war against flesh and blood, but against spiritual darkness, principalities and darkness from on high. This was the point when I realized I haven't been discarded. My purpose hasn't been thrown away. My service hasn't ended. Rather, it's expanded in a way that I never knew was possible. All the while that the doctors and therapists and practitioners, and myself included, I really wanted to get better too, they're all focusing upon the physical healing. God was working on something so much more powerful, so much more impactful. Why I feel so blessed to be able to share is that if there's anything, if you are listening at all, please keep in mind the hope that is available in Jesus Christ. The only well that is actually worth gaining water from is the well available in Jesus Christ.